Hours after Omaha celebrated hometown boxing champ Bud Crawford's accomplishments with a parade, he's pulled over by Omaha police, setting off a firestorm on social media. Good evening. Thanks for staying up with us. I'm Brian Mastry.
And I'm Zena Taher. Today is Bud Crawford's birthday. He turned 38. What happened at the traffic stop early this morning in downtown Omaha is now the subject of an internal investigation at the police department. We'll hear from Crawford's security guard who was in the vehicle in a moment, plus reaction from the mayor. First, a breakdown of what police say took place this morning. Around 1:30 this morning, Omaha police say they spotted a vehicle driving recklessly near 12th and Capitol. This is near the Steel House where Crawford's after party was being held, which was attended by many, including Mayor Ewing. A traffic stop was conducted on Cass Street, a couple blocks to the north of there. Officers say they ordered everyone out of the vehicle for their safety when they saw a gun on the driver's floorboard. And only after that did they say they identified Bud Crawford by looking at his driver's license. First Alert 6 reporter Andrew Pfeiffer tonight with the version from Crawford's security chief who was in the passenger seat, the same man who rode on the float with Bud during Saturday's parade.
To be a man who can get to receive his second key to the city and have a firearm pulled on him by the Omaha Police Department all in the same day. Imagine that.
Qasim Shabazz is shaken up.
Man, I thought we were getting ready to lose our lives.
Being the head of Terrence Crawford's security, Shabazz has seen a lot, but nothing like this.
Oh man, it was terrible. It was terrible.
Early Sunday morning, Crawford and his team were leaving an after party following his parade. According to police, they pulled their vehicle over near 12th and Cass Streets for reckless driving. That's where things took a dark turn.
And as soon as he said he had a firearm, the police officer that was on his side became unhinged.
Police immediately drew their weapons, pointing a gun at Shabazz and the pound-for-pound champ.
I literally had my hands on top of the ceiling and inside of the vehicle.
According to police, an officer had identified a firearm on the floor of the vehicle, causing officers to draw their weapons. Qasim says it went down differently.
He never see a pistol, he never see a firearm anywhere. They didn't even see the firearm on me because of the way I was positioned in the vehicle.
Shabazz, Crawford, and 3 others were taken out of the vehicle and put in handcuffs. A short time later, they were released with a driving citation. Then, a video of the incident started circulating on social media.
I was briefed this morning, and my heart sank, to be quite honest.
Earlier this afternoon, we caught up with Mayor Ewing and asked him to share his thoughts.
I was heartbroken that something that was so good would then have an issue that would potentially have people concerned about police-community relations.
Mayor Ewing says he called and talked to Bud following the incident and offered him this.
The most important thing I think that Bud and I talked about is that we would have a thorough investigation and that we would be completely transparent in that investigation.
There was no reason to have drawn guns on us. That no matter how prepared you are, no matter how calm you are, if you run into a rogue police officer who wants to escalate, then he's going to escalate.
For the record, Omaha police are reviewing what happened this morning as part of an internal investigation ordered by the police chief, where interviews with the officers and body camera video will be examined.
Now, we were talking, Andrew, earlier in the newsroom, and you mentioned Crawford's security lead, who you talked to tonight, teaches others what to do if put in this type of situation.
You know, Brian, that's the irony here. He teaches those classes and then it happens to him. Shabazz also is the leader of the Black Agenda Alliance, where he teaches classes on how to de-escalate situations with police. He shared with me what he tells in those classes if you ever find yourself in a similar situation. Now, number 1, know the law. Be informed on your rights when carrying a gun. 2, calmly inform the officer of that fact and present all valid IDs. 3, learn to articulate properly, meaning show respect and state your case simply and briefly. And 4, to stay calm and to stay patient. Bottom line, Brian and Zena, Shabazz tells me he doesn't want this to hamper the relationship between the police and the North Omaha community, but he also doesn't want to sugarcoat what happened at that traffic stop. Live in the newsroom, Andrew Pfeiffer, First Alert 6.
Andrew, thank you. We're told both guns, Crawford's and Shabazz's, were legally registered. The police chief has ordered an internal investigation. The mayor stressed that he wants to get answers to what happened, but he also wants Omahans to remember the pride and joy of Saturday's parade and how the night ended shouldn't tarnish that.